Hello and welcome back to Acts with Ashley, the reflective series on the Acts of the Apostles. This week I'll be continuing to reflect on a few verses from chapter 5. Acts chapter 5 verses 33 to 39. When they heard this, they were enraged and wanted to kill them. But a Pharisee in the council named Gamaliel, a teacher of the law, respected by all the people, stood up and ordered the men to be put outside for a short time. Then he said to them, "Fellow Israelites, consider carefully what you propose to do to these men. For some time ago, Theudas rose up, claiming to be somebody, and a number of men, about 400, joined him. But he was killed, and all who followed him were dispersed and disappeared. After him, Judas the Galilean rose up at the time of the census, and got people to follow him. He also perished, and all who followed him were scattered. So in the present case, I tell you, keep away from these men and let them alone. Because if this plan or this undertaking is of human origin, it will fail. But if it is of God, you will not be able to overthrow them. In that case, you may even be found fighting against God." The apostles challenged the Sanhedrin's knowledge of the law and of the faith. The Sanhedrin didn't like this. Peter said that the Sanhedrin did not recognize the Messiah and that they had killed him. This made the council very angry, and they wanted to kill the apostles. Gamaliel was a very important and well-known Pharisee. He knew the law and was respected. He was also very sensible and clever. When the apostles are asked to go outside, Gamaliel speaks to the Sanhedrin in private. He gives the Sanhedrin 2 examples in order to explain his opinion. He tells how 2 men who had claimed to be important leaders had gained lots of followers, but that after their deaths, their following disappeared. Gamaliel explains to the Sanhedrin that if the apostles were like these men, then the Sanhedrin would need to do nothing. The movement would simply dissipate if they were speaking false. But if the message they were preaching was from God, then nothing would stop it from spreading. Gamaliel then warns that if the Sanhedrin opposes the apostles and the message is from God, then they would be fighting against God, and this is not good.